do me a favor. Call up that agent and tell him to lower the ticket prices.
My paycheck was always predicated on how many people were in the building, ticket sales, and the business of it. I always wanted to be in the main event because it got me more money. Now I don't care if I'm the opening match because I'm still going to make the same. And
night one, night two, the argument. I don't differentiate between the two.
Be my guest. Go ahead. Leave. Main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza.
People will argue that I once said in a promo, which doesn't make it real life, ladies and gentlemen.
The main event is the last match. You can push it to people who buy the pay-per-view that, oh, there's 4 main events. There's one main event. There's always been one main event.
God, they're the easiest ones to work.
It seems the heels advocate has to make this video because, my brothers and sisters, what we saw from CM Skunk was nothing more than gaslight propaganda, my brothers and sisters. This is the same guy that when he got kicked from the WWE, he was sitting over there crying on a little podcast with his best friend that then turned into a freaking enemy. What's his name? Colt Cabana. You know what I'm saying? They don't even talk no more. They're freaking beefing. You know what I'm saying? They're freaking suing each other, bro. Anyways, let's just take a moment and dissect the quote-unquote shoot-style promo that he cut on WWE/TKO with their freaking prices, right? What did CM Punk say? Oh, lower the prices. Lower the prices. Okay. The heels advocate is going to be dissecting this man one by one with the great one. And my brothers and sisters, before we dive into this video, please hit the like button on this video. And if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe to this channel with the bell notification turned on. And with that being said, Editor Zach, please hit my intro. You know what it is. Editor Zach, please hit my intro. Oh yeah. Here. So this is the setup, right? We're sitting down to watch Monday Night Raw, following the freaking promo that Cody Rhodes cut on Pat McAfee and his involvement in the freaking main event, whatever. The following week, CM Punk comes out. He addresses, Roman Reigns a little bit, but honestly, why the hell was Roman Reigns not even there after he got his freaking behind whipped? That's just beyond me, but let's just focus on the part where he starts shooting on Pat McAfee's agent, right? Quote unquote agent. And his agent, his talent, his manager is Ari Emanuel, who also happens to be the CEO of WWE and the UFC combined. So he holds a lot of power. Now we get to a point where CM Punk basically is saying that, oh yeah, Pat McAfee needed to get involved because the boss, he looked at the numbers and they were low. That's why the boss said, all right, we're gonna insert a freaking megastar and Pat McAfee into the mix. CM Punk's response is this: oh yeah, if that is the case, well, maybe if the prices were cheaper, everything would be better. Maybe you would sell out quicker. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, you guys saw the clip at the beginning, right? Back in the day, this guy was freaking crying, tooth and nail, fighting with freaking Vince, Triple H, everybody backstage. You know what I'm saying? He was just being a freaking pain in the behind. Why? Because of the money, because of the freaking status of the main event. If you were on the main event, that meant back in the day when they were rolling $30 pay-per-views or however much it was, the main event champion, especially, he would get a very, very good percentage out of those buy rates. And the gate, that's where you got all of your money. Like Maven said, you know what I'm saying? You can either be on pay slips or you can be on your downside guarantee. Your downside guarantee is like, hey, man, look, here is an $80,000 a year, guaranteed contract that you're going to, get paid on a salary. But hey, let's be honest here, man. If you and I are going to be, business partners, which, essentially every single wrestler is, they're independent contractors. I'm going to negotiate for you a certain percentage because you are the champion and you're going to pack the house. Thus, you deserve a higher cut of that gate. That is how they used to do business. But then the network came along. But even before the network came along, CM Punk never main evented a Mania. On most pay-per-views, this guy was still the co-main to Cena. Cena wasn't even a champion and he was main eventing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cena literally, He came out after CM Punk wrestled Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 28. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Chris Jericho, CM Punk was the co-main event or something like that, right? And then boom, CM Punk, he walks away. John Cena comes down with The Rock, and basically he was crying about that. And I believe if editor Zach can find this tweet from 2011, The Rock literally buries him, right? He says, CM Punk, it's simple business. The Rock is the main event of WrestleMania because it draws more money in one night than you ever will in a lifetime, you jabroni. With 3,000 quote retweets, and you can only imagine the freaking niggas. Oh no, technically, bro, if he was there, blah, blah, shut up. Shut your damn mouth, bro. A guy wearing a freaking piercing on his lip at the ripe age of 35 is gonna sit there and say, oh yeah, I should be walking out of the main event of WrestleMania, when he's got a freaking flabby belly with love handles, and then The Rock comes out in one of the best shapes of his freaking entire life. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Don't disrespect yourself. But anyways, let's just get back to the original point. He says, lower the prices. I didn't really see him complaining when he was getting paid, though. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it's a problem now. Now when it's cool to do that, now it's part of the act. Now it's clear. It's all fake. You know, Ari Emanuel probably was talking to the freaking writers, and they were like, yeah, you know, look, Ari, maybe you can become the new corporate heel. Now you can be maybe the corporation. You can be the Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon type of guy, right? Everybody can hate you, and you can get the heat, and, you know, we can create the hero to your villainous. And yeah, I mean, we can drive forward a message, right? And the message has been delivered by Cody, but now it's been delivered better by freaking CM Punk, and that's the truth, all right? CM Punk delivered it way better than Cody, so obviously he's gonna get more over with his messaging. Basically, after CM Punk said lower the prices, everybody was popping, as if everybody in that arena didn't pay whatever the hell they paid. You know, like, what are you trying to say now? Oh yeah, because CM Punk said lower the freaking prices and the event will sell out quicker, then you know, it's gonna sell out more. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, they sold out WrestleMania 41 basically, I think so as well, with the current prices. Unless the prices have increased once again, then yeah, like, I'm not sitting here denying that the prices are just so ludicrous. But where the hell was CM Punk when he main evented night one at 41? I didn't see him complain about the freaking $32,000 VIP package that's like front row. I didn't see him complaining then. You know what I'm saying? So all this time, ever since he came back, you know, Survivor Series, the Rumble, Chamber, Mania then, Mania now, the SummerSlams, every single PLE that you were there wrestling, you didn't have a problem. But now, when it's all part of the freaking storyline, now you want to come out and do this? That is sickening to me, my brothers and sisters. That is why this guy is a fraud, bro. You know, even in that clip at the beginning of the video as well, he's sitting there over there, you know what I'm saying, with MJF. Oh yeah, go on, go ahead, go to the WWE and, you know, main event the night one, get one free. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and then he goes away and says, well, you know, guess what, man, people can change, and, you know, it's a character, guys. It's a work, you know. It wasn't a work when you were talking to Colt Cabana, though. It wasn't a work when you were sitting there and like, oh my God, Vince, why don't you make me the main event? Oh yeah, but then Vince is like, you know, kind of trolling him. He's like, yeah, Vince, Punk, you were the main event. You were wrestling the Undertaker. Like, that obvious trolling, bro, is just like laughable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is almost respectable how much you trolled him right then and there, because that's the matter. Like, that's the fact of the matter, bro. You can never main event. And even right now, still, had it not been for Roman Reigns, and honestly, like, it's not even the thing about Roman Reigns. Like, this does not feel, not only does this not feel like a proper WrestleMania, this doesn't even feel like a proper main event. Because the underpinnings are this: Roman Reigns lost his undisputed title. Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns does not go after the title that he lost. Instead, he goes after you. That is the reason, bro. That is the reason why you're main eventing, because some other guy won the freaking Rumble and challenged you. Had Cody held on to his undisputed title in the time Roman won the freaking Rumble, then he would be wrestling once again Cody Rhodes at the night 2 main event. And now he's sitting over here talking about, yeah, you know, I don't really care if I main event night 1 or 2. Basically, it's the same thing for me, but it wasn't 10 years ago when we were cutting a freaking promo trying to bury and sue the WWE. Oh, so that wasn't a work? Huh? You sitting down with Colt Cabana, that was not a work. You know what I'm saying? That was a shoot, right? That's what you like. That's what you're saying. But now you want to go back retrospectively and talk about like, oh yeah, that was all a character, man. You know what I'm saying? All of these people, they're so easily worked. You know, the people that say they don't get worked, they get worked. Oh hell, yeah, maybe right now the heels advocate is getting worked. Then shut up, bro. Okay, shut up. You're a freaking Johnny Come Lately now. WrestleMania is like 10 days away from now. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to talk about lower the ticket prices. This is all a scheme, my brothers and sisters. TKO, WWE, the freaking corporation behind the WWE, all the suits upstairs. Everybody that is sitting down and saying, yeah, man, we got to move the freaking tickets. What can we do? Well, maybe we can do something in the lines of Ari Emanuel inserting a freaking Pat McAfee. Cool. And now, boom, we can create the heroes. We can create Cody on Punk. And that way we can have Punk come out and say, lower the ticket prices. And so when he does that, then when we do lower the ticket prices, CM Punk can be the hero and we can save face. Because that's like, if you look up any freaking like post online, if you just simply type on Google WrestleMania discounted freaking tickets, then you're gonna see a bunch of tickets. The entire WrestleMania week, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, night 1, night 2, 25% off. You're gonna find these freaking tickets massively discounted. That is not a sign of a healthy business when you have to continue to do freaking discounts. But now they have a reason. Now they can go out there and say, oh yeah, look, we lowered our prices because we listen to the people. Are you kidding me? First of all, who is to say that the prices that you lowered them to, who's to say that the original prices were not only higher than last year's, but the discounted prices are higher than last year's? Yeah, it might be less than what you initially put those tickets out for, but it still might be more than last year. Why are we talking about that, right? And the fact of the matter is this, guys. Last year, WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, I believe collectively had about a $60 million gate, right? I think the capacity of those arenas was, I think, 60,000, 65,000. And if you have like an average of $500, I'm not really sure if that is mathing the math, but you know, times two that, boom, $60 million or $50 million gate just in tickets. That's massive money, my brothers and sisters. He wasn't complaining about it then, he's complaining about it now. And what about this? You know, recently the text messages of like Nick Khan, Vince McMahon, Triple H, I think also Ari Emanuel got leaked, and in that they basically were saying, yeah, look, I heard that Vince McMahon is coming back. That was like when Vince came back for that little stint. And then Triple H was like, yeah, you know, I think also CM Punk is going to be on the same show. Is this going to be okay? You know, like I'm sure editor Zach can like put it up on screen right now, but he like, come on, bro, right? That is the guy that made CM Punk leave. He was saying, this guy is working me to the bone. Vince has been too brutal on me. I'm sick. I got a staph infection. I'm required to work. Well, yeah, man, you're the champ. You know, I'm not over here advocating for wrestlers to go out there freaking hurt. But come on, bro. Like, if you're the champion, look, you want an extended time off to heal up and recover. Hey, bro, you gotta drop the freaking title. Oh no, but then I'm gonna lose my spot. Okay, then don't don't leave. Yeah, but like if I leave, then I can't even be the co-main. I'm trying to be the main event, and then I'm sick and tired. And then The Rock comes back at the Royal Rumble, and he comes out and he freaking beats me for the title. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, the fact of the matter is this, bro. You are an inferior man, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the freaking hierarchy, bro, you are just one tick below the freaking main eventers. You're just one tick below, man. You're one tick below the Hogans. You're one tick below the Austins, maybe two. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just one tick below, right? Your entire career has always been the World Heavyweight Championship. He's only had one run with the WWE Championship. Maybe two. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's the matter of the fact, guys. Right? This guy has always been claiming, I want to be the best in the world. The best in the world this, the best in the world that. Is the best in the world holding secondary titles? I don't see John Cena walking out of freaking WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight title and saying, oh yeah, I'm a 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. He didn't say that. No, he walked out with the Undisputed title. I didn't see Roman Reigns walk out of freaking WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight title when he was a tribal chief with 2 belts. Hell, when that freaking World Heavyweight title was announced, what did Roman Reigns do? He said, oh yeah, that's the freaking secondary title. That's a title that's here for you guys to play with. And that's true. When Gunther had it, this guy wasn't even main eventing Raws, let alone pay-per-views. And you want to go out there and win that title? Honestly, bro, when I saw CM Punk come back, I thought to myself, after all that freaking crap he talked about not main eventing, not being the freaking top of the top, I expected this guy to come back, immediately go after Cody or freaking Roman. No. Instead, what does he do? He goes after the freaking see-through cross-dress wearing, see-through legging wearing, what? Fruity pants wearing, what? Son of a gun named Seth Rollins, and you go after him, bro. That is your first freaking feud? Well, maybe it was Drew McIntyre, but you guys get what I'm trying to say, right? He left the WWE because he was on bad terms. Oh, they didn't treat me like the big star I am. I should have done this. I should have done that. Now he comes back, there's no more pay-per-views. He's getting a, good paycheck. I'm assuming maybe like a $5 million a year contract, maybe more, probably base salary, probably $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like him is probably getting a good $5 million, maybe $6 million. He's probably selling some good merch as well. Let's say an additional $1 million, whatever, right? 6-8 million a year. That seems to be about right for somebody like CM Punk, I would assume that he's probably getting paid like the most after Roman, probably, maybe Cody as well, whatever. I don't see him complaining no more though. As soon as he got his money, what the hell happened to him being the main event? What the hell happened to him to be the best in the world? It took him 2 years, guys. 2 years to win a world title. A world title, not the world title. And now he's sitting on the freaking title, waiting for Roman Reigns to appear on freaking Monday Night Raws. Maybe pull up to it and maybe have a freaking face-off with him and then maybe salvage a decent promo, but that's about it. We all know this guy's just back to waste his time. What did CM Punk say at Survivor Series when he made his initial return? He looked into the camera and he said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." Well, it's really odd to me that when he entered the Royal Rumble and he was face to face with Cody Rhodes, he looked him in his face and he said, "I'm not going to lose to Dusty's kid." And then, look, he gets tossed out. And as he's getting tossed out, he actually tore his freaking tricep. Fate is fate. Some things are meant to happen when they are meant to happen. I can't knock a freaking injury. But what I can knock is this. Why are you allowing you to be placed in these random secondary feuds? You're wrestling against freaking Drew McIntyre. You lose your first pay-per-view match at SummerSlam. And then you have 2 more matches. Then you're away. Then it's Drew McIntyre. Then it's this. Then it's that. Then it's Jey Uso, LA Knight. You're wasting your time. Never did it cross your mind and say, "Hey, man, maybe I should go after Cody," And now was the perfect time, my brothers and sisters. It is the perfect time for this guy to become a proper heel. Remember when he was talking about the doofus son-in-law and how Triple H would just basically run this company into the ground? That was a fair prediction. He did. Creative is the worst it's ever been. But let me ask you guys a question. Why in the world did we go into WrestleMania with the 2 main events both featuring baby faces? Randy Orton is basically a baby face. Oh yeah, I only attacked Cody because he told me to. Aside from that, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just being a freaking like a little scared cow about it, bro. Just say I turned heel because I'm sick of this guy and I'm gonna be freaking evil now. No, he's trying to find a freaking justification for it, and the justification is Cody said I want the best Randy Orton. He didn't say freaking put my head through a table. He didn't say make me bleed. He didn't say put my head on the steel steps and hit me with a concerto, you freaking sick bastard. He didn't say all that, right? But that's the excuse. They want to sit there and say, yeah, but that's what you got. Okay, if it's my fault, then nothing is of your own doing. So what you didn't really happen because you did it. No, it's just because I did it, right? So technically speaking, you're not even healed. So he's still a babyface. But I guess now he's a heel with freaking Pat McAfee, whatever. Let's just say he's still a heel. Babyface. Cody is still a babyface. Roman is a babyface. CM Punk is a babyface. Isn't this the perfect opportunity to make a heel for the Roman Reigns CM Punk match? Wouldn't it make sense for CM Punk to align himself with Triple H? Triple H already has freaking massive heat. He can become this new corporate guy, right? Company man Phil. Corporate money Phil. He can join Triple H. He can be his freaking corporate champion, whatever you want to call it, and they can join forces. They can become the new corporation. CM Punk can become a proper heel, and the people will hate him, right? There's a fine line. As soon as you have a tribal chief type of guy, as soon as you have a Cody Rhodes type of guy that's going to go up against that type of like heel, especially when he's aligned with Triple H, you're going to get booed, you know? So set yourself up in a position to play a more important role, because that is also the reason why this year's Mania freaking sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the 4 freaking guys are baby faces. Everybody loves him. Like, who's going to get booed, bro? Nobody. And let me also ask you guys this. The same guy that was complaining about the money and people selling out, prices being too high, what are you doing? You're being greedy. Don't you guys remember that one tweet? Don't you guys remember that one tweet CM Punk put out? And he basically said, oh yeah, everybody that's flying over to Saudi Arabia to have those events with the WWE, oh, y'all can go and freaking suck a blood money covered you know what. That's a tweet that he put out. But as soon as that he's back, right? As soon as he's back, he's okay with the prices being that high. He's okay with Triple H running everything. All of a sudden, they're best friends now. And then he's okay flying to Saudi himself. And not only that, that segment, guys, where CM Punk was like, you know, talking to that one guy in the crowd, like, oh yeah, I'm here to humbly apologize to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That was not like just a random prompt. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was not a random incident. They literally planted a guy in the crowd that CM Punk would address that would allow him to just, you know, go ahead and say that he apologizes. I mean, I think he should apologize, right? I think that's the right thing to do. But at the same time, what are your morals, bro? What are your morals? Like, everything that this guy has touched, he snaked. He goes on his friend's podcast, Colt Cabana, right? He drops a freaking pipe bomb. Colt Cabana gets in freaking, like, I think trouble. Like, legally, I think they were talking about, like, CM Punk covering the legal fees, allegedly, and yada, yada, yada. They have a falling out. Then he had a fallout with Vince and Triple H. Vince is gone and Triple H is now back, and then he makes up with him. It's just this continuous cycle. Like, oh yeah, you bald-headed fraud, The Rock. It's like, come on, man. Don't talk trash about The Rock, okay? The Rock made wrestling cool again when he came back in 2024. You haven't. You had the opportunity. But instead, what did you do? Instead of coming back and immediately being like placed in the top of the company, you were placed in some mediocre feuds and you even lost your first match back. Now, that is a topic that can be discussed where we look at it from the lens of it being Triple H's fault. I agree. And this is something that I can rant about as well. I am sick and tired of the WWE bringing people back that were like on the top when they left. And then they come back just to be put in the middle. Like, AJ Lee has no business competing against Becky Lynch for the IC title. She should have came back and immediately went after Jade Cargill or something like that. Immediately back in the freaking title picture. Same thing with Punk. He left as a champion. You know, you got to come back as a champion. You know, like, not really as a champion, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? The moment you bring people back and they're not like at the top of the top, you failed. It's the same thing with his run in AEW. He came back into wrestling and he's like having a freaking match against Jungle Boy or something. Bro, your first match should, like, your first appearance should be crashing the world title picture, right? The way that I believe the debut episode of like AEW was with Len, like, or like the PLE, whatever the hell it was. And like, you know, John Moxley made his debut, right? He came down, I think he like hit his finisher on Kenny Omega. I forgot who the hell it was, but that is the way you do it. And they're not doing that no more. And the thing that Triple H isn't doing either is booking good shows. And that is why these shows aren't selling out. Not because, obviously, the ticket prices are high, of course. But believe me, we wouldn't need a nice show speed. We wouldn't need a Lil Yachty. We wouldn't need a Pat McAfee. We wouldn't need any of these celebrities to show up had freaking Triple H booked a good show, and then none of this BS would have happened. And if that was the case, and none of this BS happened, then you wouldn't have seen CM Punk come out and tell Ari Emanuel to lower the freaking prices. So, is CM Punk the voice of the voiceless, or is CM Punk the voice of the corporation? I'm the Heels Advocate, and it seemed I had to make this video.